Isn't that 6'4" hunk of a man who went to Stanford University? That's right, and I'm about to teach you how to do the same. It's no secret that some schools just come with more prestige than others, even though that shouldn't be true. So for this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways that can boost your chances to get into your dream school or even Stanford University. And I'm not going to waste your time showing you the most obvious and classic techniques like get really good grades, be top of your class, nail the SAT or ACT, write good personal statements. All of that is required. I'm going to teach you the secret sauce. The sauce that I didn't particularly use myself, but I know a lot of people that did, and it went really well for them. So without further ado, here are 5 secret ways that you can get into Stanford or the school of your choice. And before we begin, stay until the end of the video because number 5 is absolutely the most important, I guarantee you, no joke. Number 1, be born really rich. What they don't tell you about these schools is that it doesn't actually matter how well you do in school if you're rich. Every year, the Ivies or schools of that caliber are in the news for a scandal that they have. Oftentimes, these scandals revolve around students paying their way in. So what can you do? Well, you can be born really rich. And you might think that's difficult, but it's really not. It's a 50-50 when you think about it. You're either born rich or you're not. So if you weren't, try flipping the coin better next time. I mean, honestly, that'll help you even outside of Stanford. It'll help you with getting a job. It'll help you with not needing a job. Low-key, I wish that was me, because you'd be playing life on easy mode, eh? And if you're following step 1 so far and you were born rich, just tell your parents, hey, listen, I want to go to XYZ school. They'll make it happen. And then when you do get into the school, this is very important, don't tell anyone about it. Let them find out themselves. They'll like you more. They won't talk about you behind your back. You'll have a lot of friends and it'll be sick. Number 2. Have a legacy connection. Maybe you have a cousin that goes to Yale or Columbia. You know, these are good connections, but if I had to give you advice, try to have like a military history of academic brilliance. I want your dad, his dad, his dad, his dad, his dad, all to have gone to Leland Stanford Junior University. I want your mom's side to have exactly the same thing. Maybe a different Ivy League. Now you have legacy in 2 places. Maybe you have a legacy of Ivy League Webs. Unlike in part 1, if you do get there through legacy, you can tell anyone about it. It'll be kind of cool. You're continuing the family lineage. Especially tell like the low income students. They'll really appreciate that because they had to work really hard to get there. Number 3, go to a college prep or feeder school for the school of your choice. Now I know what you're thinking. I don't live near a college prep school. I don't live near a feeder school. I can't afford it. Well, for the can't afford it part, I'll have to refer you back to point 1, just be born rich. For the other point, just move. If you go to a prep school, you're going to be well prepped for college. It's pretty obvious. I mean, let's say you go to a feeder school for Stanford, right? What does it prepare you for? Obviously, you'll take all those AP classes that you won't have to take as college courses later in the future, but you'll already know half of your graduating class. So when you get to college, you're not going to have a hard time meeting people. You're already going to know half the student body. Number 4, this is for the daredevils out there. Just walk in on the first day into the dorms or class and pretend like you belong. This is more of a life lesson. People won't actually ask you whether you belong there or not, no matter what you do. You can walk into the movies without a ticket if you're carrying a ladder, you know what I'm saying? But in the rare occasion that someone actually does stop you and says, hey, your name's not on this list, you don't belong here, you can hit him with this. Do you not know who I am, sir? I'm related to Mr. Stanford himself. Although that might not actually work for Stanford in particular, but I think you get the point. Just lie about it. And if you have trouble feeling like you're not fitting into the Ivy Leagues or Stanford, well, I made a video right here called How to Be Smart, and I go over 5 really simple ways to get people to think you're smart. You should check that out. It's my pièce de résistance, I would say. So you just walk in on the first day, act like you own everything, act like you belong, no one's going to bat an eye, and then you basically go there. If you don't want to do that, you can just tell people that you went. I'll be selling this if anyone's interested. And number 5, the only real tip I have for this video, and this is meant completely unironically and completely without satire, is be really lucky. You can be the greatest student ever, you can be the most qualified student ever, but if you don't have luck on your side, you're just not going to make it. And the inverse is true too. The person reading your personal statement might relate to whatever you wrote, even though perhaps you don't have the same qualifications as someone better than you. Remember what they say, for these Ivy Leagues, they can remove the entire graduating class of any year and fill them up with students of exactly the same distinguished credentials without batting an eye. You need luck on your side. So I hope this video shed a little bit more light on what it takes to get into one of these top prestigious universities, or anything in life really. Unfortunately, life is stacked against you, but I believe in you, you got this. What you really should work on is, intellect, always intellect. If you like this kind of video and you like this kind of content, I have a lot of wisdom to share, so please do like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below where you think you messed up on getting your dream job, dream girl, dream car, or dream school. One of the 5 points below. I messed up on basically every single one except be lucky. But as we've established, that's the most important one. So next time you're making a huge decision for your life, think of these 5 rules and manifest the luck one. I'll see you guys next time, my lovelies.